From the Sky Satellite Network, this is Sky Sports.
The Bledisloe Cup 1994 is underway. Mishandled by New Zealand. Good skills, a good start here for Knox. It's a high tester. Howarth underneath. Little! What a start! The match just 20 seconds old, and Jason Little has scored his 10th Test try.
Can you believe it? Stand aside, Tim Hoare, and here comes Jason Little. Up, up, and over. Beautiful work. The kick from Knox, absolutely spot on. The dream start that Australia were looking for. They won the kickoff, got the possession, scored the try. Those early mistakes are a clear indication of the incredible pressure out here on the field.
Cleverly at the back there to Ian Jones. Some solid low tackling from the Australians. Willie O is there on Bishop. This looks like a penalty for New Zealand. Referee playing advantage with his arm out. That's low. Very clever mauler. Now the penalty comes New Zealand's way. And it's straight out in front of the uprights.
Very fortunate for Richard Lowe, having the ball plucked from him like taking a lolly from a baby.
See Willie O stepping into this maul, and Ed Morrison, just watch when his hand goes out. There is Willie O bending in to pick the ball up, steps in behind, and I think it's probably he had his hand out at that stage.
Jones very agile, superb jumper, and John Eales really needs to sort of stay with Ian Jones, not let him get in behind him like he did that time.
So Howarth has a 70% goal-kicking record in Test football. This is his 4th international, 13 out of 18. Howarth shuts out the crowd, and he bisects the uprights. He's had a lot of tuition from champion All Black goal kicker Grant Fox, and 4 points the difference. We've had 13 minutes of play. Against Richard Lowe there.
Ball still in play. One wonders if some advantage may have been allowed there by referee Ed Morrison. He may have judged that it had gone at the maul had stopped.
World record 21 points on Test debut for David Knox in 1985 against Fiji. He hit it well. So David Knox takes Australia to double figures and a 7-point lead.
I think we've seen one orthodox 7-man line-out. Everything else has been shortened.
Tim Gavin again doing beautifully in the line-outs. Knox now to Eales. Australians starting to find a bit of composure and rhythm here. Garrick Morgan and Kearns. They're wading into the All Black forwards. Knox. Howard is cut out. This is Campese. It's a race. Campese, not quite.
I tell you what, some people say Campo's lost some speed, but when he sniffs that try line, he absolutely gains an extra leg. Have a look at the speed. He's 3 metres there behind Jeff Wilson there. Wilson's no slouch. Campese, had he got the bounce, could well have scored.
So Australia 6 metres out.
Watch him try and set up a rolling maul here. Great opportunity, Morgan. Watch for Kearns.
Kearns. Yes! 3 All Black forwards were still on the ground from that maul. Michael Jones arguing with teammates. And Philip moment his 8th Test try.
Wonderful play by the Australian forward pack. They did it to perfection. You practice it often, you don't get it right too often. This is the perfect time and the perfect place. Phil Kearns, go you good thing.
Jones now. This is Michael Jones, making 10 metres, showing the way for his fellow forwards. Brook. 37 metres out. Australia concede a penalty, playing the ball on the ground.
David Wilson, the one penalised. He was standing on his feet when he played at the ball and quite well within his rights. And he got bumped to ground, sat on his backside.
New Zealand narrows the gap. The flags are up. 17 plays 6. 7 minutes before the break.
Timmy Gavin's detached. Willie O's got to make the first tackle. I think you might just see a simple 8-9. Bringing in the fullback who's standing right. No, they're going left.
This is Bishop. Little's cut out to Butts. Bishop loops. Caught by Howard. New Zealand makes some metres though. Can they put it together here? Long pass from Butts. Howard and Wilson. The idea is right. Butts. Timu. Back they go again. There's an overlap. 2-on-1. Zinzan Brook. The pass was forward.
And he's got it. He's got it. No forward pass. Morrison's got it. Michael Jones can't believe it.
The referee right in line, and the pass was forward. Michael Jones. Very agitated man. What's the final pass?
Unfortunate for Zinzan Brook here. Caught it right there and just watch the lines. Ed Morrison's in good position and it goes well forward. Jones taking 3 or 4 paces before he actually received the ball coming from flat.
Campese doesn't find his touch. A lot of mistakes from the fullbacks and the men in the last line, kicking for the touch line. Over the top Australia. Penalty New Zealand.
Yeah, Morrison was spot on with that forward pass ruling. It went at least 2 metres forward. What they had to do, both Zinzan Brook and Michael Jones, was get deeper in support. They were too flat.
12 metres in from the far touch. 23 metres out. That's his worst kick by far, but it could still be a try. Wilson. Knox. Australia out of jail. The kick from Smith, finding touch, but Wilson almost turned it into a try.
Unbelievable, Gordon. Australia only just out of jail. David Knox handing the ball off to Smith to clear, but that turned into a nightmare almost for Australia. It became an up and under and a great chase by Wilson.
The kick skews wide of the post.
That's the goal line ahead. Bishop and Little. Howarth. Butts. Timu. Almost there. Referee right on the spot. Willie off the hand, go away in the last line.
Desperate attack. Great defence. What a game.
Yeah, it really was great play. New Zealand playing the back row move to tie up the Wallabies back row, then playing with the backs. Wilson came in, he was cut out. Great opportunity again for the New Zealanders. The crowd's going wild.
Another strong Wallaby scrum, Bishop. That's Zinzan Brook, 5 metres out. Penalty against Australia for killing the ball there.
Clear penalty there, David Campese. The ball started to emerge. He tried to trap it back inside.
So New Zealand with a shot for goal. Again to try and close the gap here. It's New Zealand trailing by 17-6. 13 before full time. So it's Howarth, the ball and the goalposts. And they're all in concert. New Zealand creeping back. They're finding momentum and rhythm. The Australians have lacked that since the half-time break. 8 points the difference. This is Frank Bunce. Missed tackle by Australia. Howarth. Jeff Howarth. And New Zealand feeding on the Australian mistakes. A back in the Test match.
Great try, Shane Howarth. He probed for this. He had the man over. Bunce ran it wide and picked up Howarth coming straight. He had Smith in two minds and he brought back inside. Willie O didn't stay with the man. Great try, Shane Howarth.
That's the 22-metre line. Eels. Jones read it well. The referee's ruled him offside.
Unless you're jumping for the ball, which he didn't do that time, you can't come across the line. And Jones, standing on Australia's side, fielded the push down by Eels. A costly mistake.
David Knox has kicked 3 out of 5. This is probably the most important of the lot. Is to give Australia a 4-point lead. The crowd likes it. But a try by New Zealand would put them in the lead. The All Blacks looking for the touchline. Campese keeps the ball in play. Australians can't advance. Now they can attack the All Blacks. Halfway line for Basham. Australia is spread wide here. Jones, little there. The Wallabies again have to hold on. Here it comes. Howarth, Wilson and Smith. Lovely step. Wilson, yes! Oh, he lost the ball! No try! A tragedy!
Unbelievable. I think it was George Gregan got a hand in there. Great run, Wilson. He was over for all money. Who got his hand in there? I think it was Gregan. Beautiful.
We talked about Gregan's cover defence being that, reminding you of Ken Catchpole last week against Samoa. That is an absolute classic and will be remembered for a long, long time.
New Zealand again through Basham. Brook, big tackle by Garrick Morgan. Can it come out? Yes, it will. Graham Basham. There's no overlap. Little steps well. Big tackle by Gavin. Off the boot. The referee says it was a knock-on, I think.
That's got to be it.
No, it's a knock-on. He looks at his watch. The Bledisloe Cup belongs to the Wallabies. A grandstand finish by the All Blacks. But it came too late. Phil Kearns, the victorious captain. That was unbelievable.